Definition: the peripheral vascular disease is of the blood circulation disorder caused by the blood vessel outside the heart and brain with a narrow block or a spasm. It includes both arterial or a venous disorder. Okay. The classification of the peripheral vascular disease: one is arterial disorder, other is venous disorder. Two types of the arterial disorder are the vaso-occlusive disease, vasoplastic disease, and aneurysms, some degree of aneurysm, hemangiomas, and the external compression disorder like popliteal artery entrapment, thoracic outlet syndrome, anterior compartment syndrome. Hemangiomas will get the capillary hemangiomas, cavernous hemangiomas, or flexible hemangiomas. These are the hemangiomas will get which get obstructed. Two aneurysm and the false aneurysm will get an arteriovenous aneurysm. Vasoplastic disorder are commonly the Raynaud disease, and vaso-occlusive disease are thromboangiitis obliterans, which are also called as Barger disease, atherosclerosis of the vessels, the arteries, and Takayasu arteries, and the vascular thrombosis. These are common vaso-occlusive disease. And the venous disorder are the varicose veins, deep vein thrombosis, thrombophlebitis, and the chronic venous insufficiency. You know the anatomy, just I am skipping all these things. Now, what is the pathology of the arterial disease, peripheral arterial disease? The common symptoms of all the peripheral arterial disease is the intermittent corticulation. What is it? It is a cramp-like pain in the muscle during walking due to inadequate blood supply in the muscle. And the pain disappears when the patient takes rest and the muscle is relaxed. There is a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and pain appears after walking this distance, but is claudication distance. That disappears and after continuing walking. This pain sometimes persists and continuing walk, but can work effectively. And third is the grade pain. There will be rest pain. Patient has to take rest to relieve the pain. The rest pain is a continuous pain in the limb present throughout the day and night due to the severe ischemia of the nerves, hence called a cry of dying nerves. The pain is relieved when the vein is when the limb kept hanging by the side of the bed. The abnormal factors are the lying down, foot elevation, night time, and pressure in the blood flows. The relieving factors are in the arterial system is hanging the foot to the bed and sleeping on the chair. These are the Barger disease, also called as thromboangiitis obliterans. This is a non-atherosclerotic inflammatory disorder involving the medium-sized distal vessels with a large mediated sensitivity to type 1 and type 3 collagen. This is commonly seen in the smokers and tobacco users, commonly found in males. What is the pathogenesis? Pathogenesis is the smoke contains carbon monoxide and nicotinic acid, which causes the initial vasospasm and hyperplasia of intima, which again causes thrombosis, so the obliteration of the vessel occurs. Panarteritis is the common that the involvement is segmental. This is key lesions. Eventually, the artery, vein, and nerve are gets involved. That is why the pain occurs and the artery gets ischemia. Nerve involvement causes rest pain. Patient present with the feature of ischemia or sometimes go for critical limb ischemia. Once the blockage is there, plenty of collaterals depends in the depending on the site of blockage, either around the knee joints or around the buttocks. Once the collateral opens up, through these collaterals, the blood supply is maintained to the ischemic area. This is called the compensatory peripheral vascular disease. If the patient continues to smoke and disease progresses into the collaterals, the blocking them and eventually leading to the severe ischemia, while the discompensatory peripheral vascular disease, it presents as a critical limb ischemia. It causes rest pain and ulceration and the gangrene. The clinical features are commonly found in males. These 20 to 30 with the young males you will find intermediate contraction in the foot and the calf progressing the rest pain, ulceration and gangrene. Recurrent migratory superficial pseudophilitis you can see, and the feeble pulse distal to the proximal dorsalis pedis, posterior tibial and popliteal artery and femoral artery. This presents as a Raynaud phenomenon. The another condition is atherosclerosis, is a chronic and complex inflammatory condition of elastic and the muscular artery involving the systemic and segmental. It begins with the child as a streak of cholesterols. In Greek, other means gurel, and scleros means heart. This is a pathogenesis of atherosclerosis. Quickly, I am just speaking. There is endothelial damage is there, and the protective response results in the production of the cellular lesson of molecules, which aggravates the monocyte and T lymphocytes attach sticky surface of the endothelial cells. Then they migrate through the arterial wall to the subendothelial system space, and macrophages to oxidize LDL and cholesterol, reach foam cells form and streak of plaque formation. Where we get atherosclerosis, the common after the 50 of age as a familial disclosure associated with the smoking, hypertension, diabetes, and raised cholesterol. Feature of ischemia will get, and there will be chest pain and eye problem. This is Takayasu pulsus arteritis. Takayasu also called Takayasu disease is arteritis. Is obstruct the major arteries, particularly large vessels are coming out from the aortic arch. You see, there is a obstruction here. There is a progressive initial symptom of less than pan-arteries, including all layers of elastic artery, commonly the aortic arch and the artery branches of aorta. Thrombosis and the sclerosis can occur. Etiology is unknown. Probability is immunological. Usually, these young females, most commonly are subclavian arteries involved. Often it is bilateral. Mild arthralgia may occur. Then upper limb colication we will find here. Absence of pulse in the upper limb and neck. There may be hypertension, atrophy of face, and three-lung route along the major arteries of upper limb and neck. And there will be weakness and paresthesia of the upper limb. What is Raynaud phenomenon? Raynaud phenomenon can be defined as a medical condition in which blood vessels in the individual get narrowed on experience changes in the level of cold and stress. It is an episode of vasospasm, that is arterial spasm, and the arterial, it leads to sequential of clinical features called Raynaud syndrome. When the Raynaud phenomenon occurs in the patient without any unknown cause, it is called a Raynaud disease. The stages are, you see, there are stage 1, the stage of local or pallor, stage 2, the local cyanosis, stage 3, that is red engorgement, stage 4 is the ischemic gangrene. This commonly bilateral, commonly found in young females. Usually the medial 4 digits and palms are involved. Feature of pallor, blanching, and cyanosis. Painful red engorgement as seen. These vasospasm sometimes become longer, and gangrene and ischemic ulceration occurs. The peripheral pulses sometimes normally felt, but may be feeble or absent in upper limb. Repeated attacks are common. Now, pathophysiology of the venous disease. The varicose vein is a dilated and tortuous superficial veins in the leg. It is more than 3 millimeter in diameter in the standing position. The pathogenesis is there, congenital or paucity of vein, no obvious causes. And the secondary cause may be DVT, any pelvic masses, or pregnancy, etc. This is secondary cause. The obstruction of the venous drainage or malfunction of the valves, the blood fails to move from the superior to the deep veins, which increasing the pressure in superficial veins and further damage to the valves. And the gap appears within the valve cups, and the reflux of the blood from the deep to, there is a reflux of the blood from deep to superficial veins. Increasing pressure on the superficial veins, which causes the valve cups to degenerate completely, and the gross reflex of the blood from the deep to superficial veins. There is increased pressure on the amount of blood in the superficial veins. Dilatation of superficial veins are due to weak and non-muscular valve, which causes the dilatation and tortuosity of the superficial vein. Later on, it causes the varicose veins, which lead to a varicose vein. This is a classification of lower limb, that is cheek. C signifies the clinical signs from grade 1, 0 to 6. It may be symptomatic or asymptomatic. That is 3. E pursues the etiological classification, that is congenital, primary, or secondary, that is any mass or pelvic mass or pregnancy, etc. No venous etiology is found. Anatomical distribution is there. It is A, which is a deep. Sometimes it is a some perforator may be there, or it may be deep may be there, and no venous etiology is identified. And P for pathology dysfunction, that is reflux will be present, or obstructive, or both. You have to do it. You can write when there will be an, you should write the chip classification within the presentation. C, it is seen that there are no visible signs of the venous disease. One is the articular veins, or second is a varicose vein. 3 is edema without skin changes. 4 is a skin changes due to venous disease. Pigmentation, A is pigmentation, or there is a atrophic branches. 5 is a skin changes with a healed ulceration. And 6 is a skin change with active ulceration. Now, the feature is the male will find more, as you know that smoking is the commonly due to smoking, and male will find more. Commonly seen in the profession with the long-standing hours, the traffic police, surgeons and guards, police guards, prominent torture superficial veins, gagging pain and postural discomfort with the heaviness of the leg, night cramps, usually late night, edema of the limb, itching, there will discoloration, there will ulceration, and we call varicose eczema will find painful during walking, because due to heaviness of the leg. The deep vein thrombosis, it is a semi-solid clot commonly found in the soleal vein, which is got high tendency to get detached to cause a pulmonary embolism and the sudden death. It's called a phlebothrombosis, also called a phlebothrombosis. The pathogenesis, the thrombus develops in the soleal veins and cuff. It's a fibrine and RBC forms a mesh around it, until lumen of the vessel gets occluded. Thrombus progresses as a loose fibrin clots containing many RBCs, and this embolus detached and passes through the large veins of the limb and vena cava. Through the right artery, it comes and lodges through in the pulmonary artery. And the perfusion to all the part of both lungs is occluded. It's called pulmonary embolism. The sudden collapse and the death can occur. The features should be the asymptomatic in the most of the case. Fever is the earliest cause and commonest cause. Pain and swelling in the calf and the thigh. The leg is tense, tender, warm, pain, loose with shiny, swollen calf. Pain will be severe through the prevents the pain from flexing the legs. Common sign and Moses sign and neural sign will be positive here, but when there will be active DVT, it's not common sign. The, well, the features will commonly involve the chest pain will be there, the breathless will be there, hemoptysis will be common. And in the leg, there will be inverted champagne bottle. And showing that this one. Some comparison. The intermittent cortical found in the arterial disease. The elevation of the legs will get pain and failure. In the will find in the arterial disease when pain is relieved in the venous disease. On standing on still, pain is relieved in the arterial disease where it will increase in the venous disease. Dependent position, dependent rubber or sunset sign will find in present in the arterial disease where the sinuses and the pain will find in the venous disease. Edema will find that in the no edema in the arterial disease where the dependent pitting or mild edema will find in the venous disease. The skin will find in the arterial disease smooth, shine and dry, whereas in the venous disease will get a brown patch and discoloration. Nail grit and thick in the arterial disease, whereas normal in the venous disease. Ulcer and gangrene will find the round shape, irregular shapes, painful, non-healing ulcers in the distal foot, and toes and waves and gangrene formation. More gangrene you will find in the arterial disease, whereas less type of gangrene you will find in the venous disease. The irregular shape usually is ulcer and will there, and there will be eczema, color dispersion, and the hemocydin deposition will get it around the leg, around the ulcer, in the lower leg or in the ankle. And you will get ulcers in the medial side of the ankle joints. The pulse will get this diminished or absent in the pulse or arterial roots of the heart. Whereas in the venous disease, you will find a normal. Now, I will approach it clinically. The age we will find more in the history by history, atherosclerosis in the old age. The Paget disease will find commonly find in the younger age. The Raynaud disease in the young women. Hey, it's limb Paget disease, limb effect in the lower limb will get in the, but Raynaud disease will get in the upper limb. Ulcer duration and onset. Ulceration duration is important, onset is also important, and the history of the trauma and the progresses, discharge and pain and black discoloration by through pain, intermittent claudication, and as the disease progresses, there will be progressive claudication, and the rest pain, the sight and living factors. Rest, pain and pallor on exposure to the cold, this will find in the Paget disease. And sometimes we will get auto amputation occurs in the Paget disease. When there will be dry gangrene, there will be auto amputation. We need to do the amputation. Numbness of and pains and unusual sensation, the fainting and then spell and chest pain, blurred vision and the abdominal pain and weakness of vessels. Smoking is the most common cause is smoking, as I told earlier, and there will be positive family history. There may be deformity of leg because as there will be contraction of the leg due to ischemia of limb, lateral it becomes callus. So sign of the peripheral, this shiny, thin, shiny skin, loss of subcutaneous fat, diminished hair growth, and minor present at the special point and the nail changes. This is inspection. It has been sight to see the extent and the color of this area. Dry and wet variety, line of demarcation, and there was limb above the gangrene field. The skin temperature, lower at the ischemic sites, the capillary refilling is there. It may be delayed due to an obstruction or blockage. But venous refilling, the toward the ischemic site, they increase when there will be arteriovenous fistula. It's called Harvey sign. See, it is palpation of the ganglion, palpation, the extent of the ganglion, sensation. You see sensation, dry, hard and fluid in the dry variety, edematous in the wet variety, crepitation when it is dry ganglion. If there is a crepitation, there will be emergency, then you have to amputate that part because otherwise it will block. The tenderness along the blood vessel above the ganglion area. See that in the peripheral versus you see that artery is the dorsalis pedis, testacular artery, antitibial artery and popliteal artery, and in the popliteal artery. Rather in the hand you can find the subclavian artery and the artery. So what is a Barger postural test? It is essentially supine in leg with knee extended. The venous marked pallor with venous guttering in the extremity. And this is a Barger's angle or vascular angle is more than 30 degrees in the severe history. The cross leg test when the patient side sits on the cross leg in about one of the above. If the oscillatory movement is present, the popliteal artery is patent. If the oscillatory movement is absent, the popliteal artery is blocked. I will show some of the video of the varicose veins. This is a reactive hyperemia test. The sphygmometry stops is infected at 250 mercury kept 5 minutes and the color is same. On reliefs, when a calf pressure, the appearance of the red flash or delayed, it doesn't appear in the severe ischemia. The Arson test is the patient is kept in the sitting position and asked to take deep breath, turn the face to the same side. If the radial pulse disappears, it becomes feeble. There may be a cervical leak or the scalenus medius. This is a test of the arterial diseases. This is a elevated arm test or modified Roos test, the test for the thoracic outlet syndrome. Allen test to check the patency of the radial and artery disease. Renal and artery, you see with the Allen test, you palpate that. The auscultation is a long course of the major arteries. Systolic group may be heard on the arteriosclerosis. Systolic marble is heard over the aneurysm. The BP measured in the both arms to exclude the occlusion and subclavian and the axillary artery. This you can measure in the both arms to exclude the occlusion. General examination, hypertension. We need to do cardiovascular system examination, GI examination, neurological examination, the regional lead examination. Now, this case of peripheral venous disease. Now, the varicose veins, this occurs in the middle age. Sex is women, commonly found in women. In a job, it requires prolonged standing in traffic police, cycles, car. There may be pain abdomen, pain is itching sensation in the lower spleen, worsening at the daytime, standing for a long time, relieved on lying down. History of serious illness in the past or complicated operation in the prolonged immobilization. The consumption of contraceptive meals for a long duration and positive family history. There is history of illness in the other leg. The local deformity inspection will see the attitude of the leg, the deformity is local degenerative. The varicose vein, there is long saphenous or the short saphenous or the both or only communicating system can be seen. The extent of the involvement, the swelling is localized or general. The skin of the limb, that is color, local redness, pigmentation, ulceration. The white leg, that is phlegmasia, alba dolens, congestion or blue, that is phlegmasia cellular dolens, Texture may be shiny or stretched or ulcer or scar or eczema. You can find eczema. And the ulcer are sometimes ulcers, sometimes called as the varicose ulcers, or eczema, sometimes called as varicose eczema. And that is ankle square. The curvilinear sign is the cough impulse thrill felt at the saphenous opening. The body standard of test is the vein is emptied and tourniquet tied below the saphenous junction. Patient stands. There is a rapid filling on the filling on release of the tourniquet. That is the saphenous incompetence. That is there will be rapid filling from the downward, from the above, from the downward, and if the patient on standing tourniquet is not removed, which is the venous filling is from the below, then there will be a tendinous test 2, that is a perforator incompetence. I will show some videos of this test. Multiple tourniquet test. The position is to the aim is to find the position of incompetent communicating vein detected. To know the validity to find the perforators. The swast is when there is a tap on the long saphenous vein in the lower part of the leg. You can felt impulse at the saphenous opening. The positive in case of the gross varicosity. This is swast test. The Fagan test is there. You mark the vein and you see there. You mark the vein. You palpate hole along the saphenous vein. You find there will be pit in the where there will get when there will be a pit or there is a depression on that area. The local tenderness, and the thickness along the affected vein, the thickening of the skin and the palpation on the ulcers and the lymph nodes. Roots may be held on the hard on the dilated vein in case of arteriovenous fistula and other varicosity. Other limb will be examined in the case of other varicosities. For examination of abdomen, because secondary varicosity may occur in the pregnant uterus, intrapelvic tumors and causing external iliac vein compression. The deep vein thrombosis, where as I mentioned earlier, the local examination will find the inspection swelling of the leg, woman find that the calf tenderness on the tenderness, passive dorsiflexion of the foot with the knee extended. And the patient will feel pain. And muscle also, there will be a pain on the squeezing when the relaxed calf muscle. Barthes test and modified, I will show some videos. This is the varicose is framed if the vein is normal, it is blocked. The systemic in the cardiovascular system examined is important, GI system is important, neurological is also important, and renal lipids is very important. You know that there is a public mass is there. What investigation will do? Is that collar Doppler ultrasonic flow detectation, the combination of B mode, LVAC and Doppler study. The Doppler shift is assessed and converted to the audible signals. The audible pastoral sound is heard in a normal flow. Although the presence of signal indicates the moving blood flow, it doesn't necessarily indicate the blood flow is sufficient to maintain the limb viability or the prevent the limb loss. The turbulence is heard in the stenosis and the partial block. Sound is absent when there will be a complete block. Other is a ankle brachial index. We have to measure its systolic pressure at the ankle and the systolic pressure at the arms. We take it from the dorsalis pedis artery, and we can take the posterior tibial artery, we can measure that. And normal, interpreting normal stress, resting ABPI, this is point less than 9, less than 5, it is the rest pain, and less than 3 is the intermittent necrosis. And 9 is some degree of arterial obstruction. It is claudication. See the hand example. So this where you measure the antebrachial index. For example, Doppler scanning and non-invasive scanning by beam or ultrasound. USG to provide the image of the vessels. The color coding allows the detailed visualization of the blood flow on the image, and different color indicates that the change in indicates and the change in direct direction as well as the velocity of the flow. The lighter shade indicates the fast flow, but the high flow usually indicates the stenosis. They scan carotid vessel in the neck, showing the stenosis due to the showing that stenosis at the common carotid bifurcation, where you will find it at Takayasu disease, where you this type of things you find Takayasu arteritis, then you find this, the arthrography is done. The injection radiopaque solution is done into the arterial artery, arterial vessels, artery, particular catheter method through the femoral artery, occasional brachial artery, through the Seldinger technique. Seldinger technique, Seldinger, there is a equipment, small catheter, Seldinger catheter. This is a needle, and it is arterial catheter. This guide, right? This should be done under USG or under ultrasonography or under Doppler scan or X-ray imaging. The arterial occlusion above the consists claudication in the calf, and good collateral suppression is there. Arterial Seldinger technique. The digital subtraction angiography is a computer system which is used to digitalize the angiographic information. The extra background, that is bone, soft tissue, bone condition is removed to the provide clearer images. CT angiogram and the MRI angiography could be also done with newer techniques. And the venous for this is the venous Doppler, which is done in the standing position. Uniphasic signals indicates the flow in the one direction, whereas biphasic signals indicate the blood influx through the incompetent routes. The Doppler ultrasound imaging, this is a high resolution B mode USG imaging, or the Doppler USG is used. It gives the direct visualization of the veins and the functional and the anatomical information. Examination done in the standing position, and the hand Doppler is placed over the side to visualize for any block or the reverse flow. See, Doppler scan of the saphenous junction showing the antegrade and the retrograde flow. You can see here, you see, this is a calf, this is a venous, this is the femoral vein, and this is a saphenous great saphenous vein. See, you see Mickey Mouse, commonly found Mickey Mouse transverse P mode image. Commonly we do this because to do the for radio see, this is a transverse P mode image on the right common femoral artery. This is and the right femoral artery, and the great saphenous vein. This is a great saphenous vein. This is a common femoral artery vein. This is also and this is junction in the saphenous open. You can see that it's very important. Mickey Mouse sign. This is a great saphenous vein. This is a common femoral. This is a common femoral artery. This is a femoral vein, and this is a great saphenous vein. This is a junction where if you want to tie, then stripping and ligation, you can tie your ligate here, and when you give a arterial ablation you want to do, you can do up to here you can come. And this is very important. First thing you can see before any ablation procedure is done. The saphenous eye, that is a transverse beam mode view in the long saphenous vein in facial compartment of the thigh. The venogram, where X-ray is equivalent to this. How this is not done, but X-ray is equivalent to Doppler scan. And plethysmography is based on the measurement of the volume change in the leg. What is the medical management? Some of the medical management, see, the main important is the lifestyle modification for Barger disease, for arterial disease. They avoid the smoking, regular exercise, diet. for proper for diabetic and the lipidemia, dyslipidemia patient to give anti-lipid drugs, and the limb care great exercise for the position from the head and raise foot and lower end. Avoid the exposure of the feet to temperature and the dryness of trauma. From the some of the drug which may be used, this pentoxifylline may increase the micro microcirculation of the by reducing the blood viscosity. Silastazole, which is improved, may improve the circulation by reducing the platelet aggregation. And low dose aspirin, if there is a and you can give legal actovastin, analgesics, antiseptic solution if there is a gangrene, we are good there. The treatment of Raynaud phenomena is the proper insulation, the gloves and socks you can wear, avoid in the cold exposure. As you know that in cold increases in the cold exposure, early treatment all lead infection. Avoid the drugs like OCPs and beta blockers. Smoking is avoid smoking. Some of the maybe some nifedipine. Takayasu disease that you can use the corticosteroids only treatment is use prednisolone. This may be used cytotoxic drug, cyclophosphamide. Atherosclerosis that for atherosclerosis same as that is smoking, aspirin, pentoxifylline, afterwards. Venous disease in conservative management for varicose vein is the elastic bandage and compressive gradual bandage. The gradual that's contained elevation of the limb above the level to lip edema. The UNA book is non-elastic compression therapy to prevent the scare, the numerical compression. The benefit of conservative management to reduce the axially leakage and improve the fitness. Drug may use the calcium oxalate. Sclerotherapy is useful. This sodium diketonyl sulfate is used. USC, quinine in the olive or almond is injected, causing the destruction of endothelial cell, resulting in diabetic activation of the USG guided scanning. The DVT is elevation of the limb, intermittent compression, and entirely evidence. The anticoagulant to use a low molecular sodium and to light to the streptokinase and they used neurokinase. The surgical management is the bypass is there. You can do bypass graft on the feet of artificial space in angioplasty. Thrombectomy, endectomy. If the amputation meet with the removes gangrene, we do amputation to save the patient. Transluminal angioplasty, the stenting is minimal the invasive endovascular procedure used to open the block artery due to peripheral artery disease, mainly done in the vaso-occlusive disorder 1, including atherosclerosis and the Barger disease. The balloon catheter carrier stent, cutting extent. These are the narrow superficial femoral artery before and after transferring artery. You see, there is a narrow area, and after the stent is being used, dilatation. Bypass or graft surgery done by vaso-occlusive disease. These are for those cases. The angioplasty thing or angioplasty complete path. Okay, this graft is there. Femoral artery blockage is there. The graft is there. So more just thrombectomy, embolectomy or endectomy is removed with the thrombus. Embolectomy is there. It is guidance of the catheter passed behind the embolus and the diaphragm is inflated, then the catheter will be withdrawn along with the arteries. And the endothelium of the endotomy is endothelium of the vessels is removed with the thrombus and the disease entry. And thrombectomy is the removal of the thrombus through arteriotomy of the arterial wall. Surgery done in the Buerger disease. Surgery, the percutaneous transcatheter angioplasty can do. You can do the omentoplasty, or you can do profundoplasty for the blockage of profunda femoral artery. In the part we do commonly do, earlier used to do lumbar sphincterotomy, and if there will be a gangrenous part, then we go for amputation. The omentoplasty is utilized to the pedicle which the limb to maintain the calculation possible by development of the collateral and other part. Is the mobilization of the momentum. The sympathetic is the sympathetic denervation of the L2 and L3 ganglion to treat the occlusive arterial disease. The principle is that the sympathetic denervation increases the blood flow to the normal limb, thus increasing the nutritive value of the blood flow. After immediate operation, you find that pain, the leg will be warm and increase and abolish the place, and there will be pain also, there will be less amount of pain, and the ulcer also. The ulcer will be also within few days it will heal also. It abolish the pressure reflex constriction of the arteries and increase the collateral flow, alteration of pain impulse transmission, and leading to the relief of the ischemic pain. And there will be a ganglion of L2 and L3 is delivered. We will cut the ganglion. This profundoplasty where you do the block the profunda femoris is opened and thrombus is removed. Vascular reconstruction done in the Takayasu disease will not do some will not do where there will do a sympathetic lymphadenopathy. Where this cervical pain is not found. The amputation is there, the amputation becomes essential and you have to amputate. Removing there will be some open surgical thrombo forgot. Indication for surgical patient, so vaccine by antiviral therapy, and the medical is not working, impending venous gangrene, and the prevention of the fetal pulmonary embolism. The risk is the excessive bleeding and the severe enough to cause death, the infection, the damage of the site of the clot, there may be pulmonary embolism. Bleeding why it occurs? Because patient is taking aspirin for a long time, so they get bleeding. With this pulmo operation, where you do a bypass, if there is a blockage, you do bypass, so to overcome the blockage. Varicose vein, what you do here, you do varicose vein, you do Hinderman operation, you do first give vascularization along the long suppleness vein. Great suppleness vein, the first give oblique incision is made at the level of femoral artery junction or suppleness junction, which is 3.5 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter from the tubercle, lateral to the gut, give incision. Then tributaries, all 3-4 tributaries been exposed and been ligated individually. And ligation is the superficial epigastric artery, superficial sarcopteryx iliac vein, and deep external pudendal vein, and superficial vein. This is to be ligated. And later there will be stripping is done. Stripping can be stripping a blue. Male or the Capro stripper is used. You can through that femoral, great suppleness femoral valve, put that this stripper. You put the stripper in. Some of the is used where stripper is there. Rigid and metal stripper is there. This is good for phlebotomy. multiple fluorectomy you do after the stripping and the ligation. This is the stripper. This called olives, and you put this inside the vein, and you cut open in the after the below the knee. You cut open the 1-2 millimeters incision, but that you take out this stripper and put the give, give this put this olive and after that ligate with this olive to the ligate with the vein you ligate with the olive, then you give jerk or pull from the upward. Whole of the vein will be, you will see. There's a ligation and there is a stripping. Yes, there is stripping all this part. There will be a you tie there. From that you do whole of the vein from that. One thing you should remember that do not cross below the knee, just above the just below the knee you can do. The complication is the saphenous neuralgia, hematoma, the infection, ulcers. Recurrence of the disease may be 30%. This is another endoscopic method, subfacial ligation of the pockets. And as you know, that pocket is an ankle perfort is the pocket, but it's a doid perforation in the below. This is below the knee, and wide above the hunter-end perforator, just above the saphenous, below the saphenous opening, and the doid perforator is there. Is between the hunter-end perforator and the doid perforator. So these are doid perforators, and the ankle perforator is on the pocket perforator. Yeah. And you can do subfacial ligation through the endoscopy. You see, there is a stab eversion of the varicose artery where that hook is being there, hook is being attached with, the hook is being drag the vein, small amount of give a meat here, and you by the hook you pull the vein outside and you tie here, you cut open it and tie both the sides. This is a minimal invasive method is endovascular laser ablation. This is commonly done by the radiologist. Some now they are doing, and some radiovascular surgeons also doing this. You need a color Doppler, and subfacial. The surgeons are doing subfacial endoscopic perforator ligation with common known as SEPS. SEPS. This is the in a subfacial endoscopic perforator. It's very important. I'm telling that through this endoscope you ligate the pocket or the perforator. Radiofrequency ablation, RFA, where you are using the high radiofrequency use with the help of the guidance of radiofrequency with the color Doppler. Transmural fluorectomy can be done and mutual fluorectomy done, rapid section done. These are surgeries contraindicated when the patient will be in DVT. That I will some experience in that. This procedure guide wire is introduced in the required vein after the ultrasonic wrapping. After that, the laser is activated and the guide is gradually guide is pulled backward. Before that, Tumescent anesthesia is made and it will give pain so that there will be warmness to release there may be warm, so it may cause harm to the other local tissues and other arteries. So give a Tumescent anesthesia so that all the veins and other will be protected. About 50 to 60 ml of maybe more you can use for particularly in the lower limb, in each arm, in each leg. This guide wire is pulled backward when the acquisition generator, laser generator hits and which damages the endothelium and subsequent fibrosis. This is a endovenous laser ablation. About the 60 to 100 Joule centimeter of it is supplied, but this wire guide wires will not cross very near to the saphenous opening. See the endometrium here, the varicose vein is the laser fiber inserted in vein. Slowly, this laser is removed and the closed for treatment. This is a radio frequency ablation. This procedure, the vein is punctured and the Bernstein catheter is passed after the guide wire. This is also you have to use it. Then the radio frequency generator is turned on and the process is repeated. And for section of the in the 5 centimeter section 5 centimeters is used till the vein is done. The complication of surgery is the infection is the most common, hematoma, bruising, edema, and the narrowing is the most common serious complication, the recurrence in the deep vein thrombosis. And complication of peripheral artery. What is the complication? See, there is the gangrene, macroscopic depth of the putrefaction. There may be weight gangrene. What is the clinical? The loss of function and the arterial pulsation and the sensation will lost and temperature will be not there, and then the color changes. Black color will be there. The types will be dry gangrene and the wet gangrene. The preganglions to the characteristics, the color change and hyperthesia and edema, and will get a rest pain. The investigation you do an arterial Doppler angiogram USC, the routine investigation you do, and the management is the lead saving or the lead saving and life saving. The lead saving is the managed infection, the medical control diabetes, give an oxygen, hypertrophic therapy, analgesic, antiplatelet, or surgical debridement and bypass, angioplasty, implanoplasty, and sample lymphodectomy. For the case of Barger and omentoplasty Barger, angioplasty in the case of the atherosclerosis disease, and bypass when there will be block, and life-saving disease when there will be an amputation when there is a life-saving. The auto amputation is in the gate 4, and there are the spontaneous vessel and valvular system. Acute arterial occlusion, that is some of the cases when there is in the complication. There may be an arterial ulcer, there may be the ischemia, then there may be a compartment syndrome, and there may be acute mesenteric ischemia, there could be reperfusion injury. And the arterial ulcer may be painful, very painful, and tender, dry, deep ulcer, tender, deep fossa, always in the food and teeth. These are the ischemic ulcers of the food. You can get the contracture as a sequel of the ischemia. The ischemia is there, there is fibrosis, the treatment is a spleen and operation. This is the movement ischemic contraction. This is the Buckman sign you see. This compartment syndrome, the increased intercompartmental syndrome will be found when there is a common in the leg and forearm, and the present in the severe pain and the pallor, and you have to release the compartment, and there may be this treatment is pulselessness. The readjustment of the arterial flow to an ischemic area, sudden release of oxygen and fine radicals, clinical feature of toxemia, oliguria, and persistent edema in the leg and raised blood urea and creatinine. The mesenteric, acute mesenteric ischemia, the high mortality, sudden severe abdominal pain with the bowel emptying, and treatment is the resection of the bowel and the embolectomy. The complication of the velar disease. Hemorrhage, eczema, dermatitis, pigmentation. It is a periosteitis of the tibia, venous ulcer, marginal ulcer, which can lead to squamous cell carcinoma, lipodermatosclerosis, ankylosis, deep vein thrombosis, typhus equinovirus, thrombocytopenitis, and calcification of the veins. See the pigmentation and thickening of the chronic inflammatory and induration of the skin, calf, around the ankle. The increased venous pressure, the capillary leakage, the extrusion of the blood and fluid, and there is a hemorrhage is released. There is two theories as I mentioned earlier, and the heme is released, and there will be iron and heme combination. The most is occurred. This is called the pigmentation. The classic effect of the, it's called great area. It's called great area just above the lateral or above the malleolus, commonly found in the medial area. Eczema dermatitis, it is caused by extraversion and the leaking down of RBCs. This is another theory that leaking down of RBCs, itching, which causes the precipitate the varicose ulcer. The treatment, the zinc oxide cream or the silver sulfadiazine cream. And hemorrhage is caused by trauma or eczema, elevation of the leg and the crepe bandage compression, crepe bandage, graded compression application. This is a venous ulcer. This is a common greater zone. The skin around the middle malleolus. The ulcer is a large and non-healing ulcer, tender and recurrent with a secondary infection. This is a pathogenesis. I told. See, the valvular dysfunction. This is the high venous pressure. The leakage of fibrin. They cause a growth factor trapping. There will be trauma, or there may be no trauma. And this is the growth factor trapping that called ulceration or trauma to the vessel. Whereas there is a leukocytic, this high venous pressure, leukocytic circulation, and the release of the toxin, which causes a trauma, later on causes the ulceration, and later on causes the venous ulcer or varicose veins. The treatment is a dressing and with combined peroxide with Musol, fluoridated lime and the boric acid, antibiotics, and the skin graft are treated with the pit of the varicose vein. Fibroblast is a superficial inflammatory vein. This is a characteristic by pain, redness, and the tenderness, cords-like thickening of the vein and the crepe. See the crepe bandage, elevation of the varicose vein. This crepe bandage is used. See, this is about the deep venous thrombosis. There is a low, there is a high level risk in the prototypes. The complication, the coronary embolism, infection, the recurrent DVT. There is a propagation of the thrombus proximally, which causes the coronary embolism. It may be a life-threatening. Is the Wells criteria probability of pulmonary embolism in the patient of deep venous thrombosis? See, just remember the Wells criteria. Just see the headings. Is a high risk is more than 4 is a high A more. The pre-status is the delay of ulcer thinking, the talipes equivalences, the marginal ulcer is unstable or scar along the duration, cause ankylosing and fibrosis of the soft tissue growth around ankle, talipes equivalence, the person blocks the tip of the toes, talipes in the wall of the varicose. I am now some of the EA. No, video the video. But student, please for 5 minutes you for 2 minutes. Here is all the files. I will show some videos. Don't go.
Okay, sir.
Very interesting. You see some videos. See, actually, it is a long chapter because both of the arterial or venous disease has been simply explained. A little bit of theory is to be needed actually. Yeah? Lot of this chapter also boring. This is about vascular disease. Yeah? Don't worry. See on video. Please. Yeah.
This test is performed to locate the incompetent perforators more accurately. With the patient supine, raise the leg to 30 degrees, empty the veins, and apply an elastocrepe bandage from the toes with gentle pressure to occlude the superficial veins only. Now apply a rubber tourniquet below the saphenofemoral wall to occlude retrograde flow from the saphenofemoral wall. Now ask the patient to stand. and release the bandage from above downwards. After releasing each turn, observe the vein for filling. The moment the turn of the bandage over an incompetent perforator is unwound, the vein will fill rapidly. Test. This test is performed to locate the incompetent perforators more accurately. With the patient supine, raise the leg to 30 degrees, empty the veins, and apply an elastocrep bandage from the toes to the mid-thigh with gentle pressure to occlude the superficial veins only. Now apply a rubber tourniquet below the saphenofemoral valve to occlude retrograde flow from the saphenofemoral valve. Now ask the patient to stand and release the bandage from above downwards. After releasing each turn, observe the vein for filling. The moment the turn of the bandage over an incompetent perforator is unwound, the vein will fill rapidly. Test. This test is performed to locate the incompetent perforators more accurately. Now mark the course of the vein with skin pencil. Make the patient lie down. Raise the leg to 30 degrees and empty the vein. Now palpate the deep fascia along the course of the vein more carefully at the site of blowouts to look for
Can you
veins
hear?
in the deep
Can you hear?
fascia.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Is felt as a circular defect in the deep fascia with sharp edges and indicates the site of a dilated perforator. If a pit is felt, mark it with a cross with a skin pencil. This is Fagan's method of palpation for detection of incompetent perforators.
বিএলসি তে ঘোরানো যায় না এটাই কিসে প্লে করবো
Now perform the Brody Trendelenburg test. It will tell us whether the saphenofemoral junction is competent or not and whether there is any other perforator incompetent. With the patient lying down supine, elevate the leg to 30 degrees and empty the vein completely. Now press the thumb to occlude the saphenous opening. If there is a large saphenavaries, use the other four fingers. Keeping the saphenofemoral junction pressed and occluded, ask the patient to stand. Compressing the vein by the thumb is not always accurate, particularly if the vein is not visible or the patient is obese. So the test is better performed with a rubber tourniquet tied around the upper thigh just below the saphenous opening. Observe the vein for 15 to 30 seconds with maintained pressure. The vein will remain empty if it is a pure saphenofemoral incompetence. But if there is a perforator incompetence in the leg, the vein will fill slowly from below upwards. Now release the hand pressing on the saphenous opening and watch how the varicosity fills rapidly from above. If saphenofemoral valve is incompetent, the varicosity will fill very rapidly from above downwards. If saphenofemoral valve is competent, there will be no retrograde filling. This test report is mentioned as negative positive, that is, negative with maintained pressure and positive on release of pressure, indicating a pure saphenofemoral valve incompetence. Positive negative result implies only perforator incompetence, and positive positive result implies incompetency of both saphenofemoral valve and the perforator. Deep veins is tested by modified Perthes test. With the patient supine, elevate the limb and empty the vein. Apply a rubber tourniquet over the upper thigh to occlude the superficial veins. Then ask the patient to walk around briskly for 5 minutes. If the deep veins are blocked, the varicosities will become turgid and the patient will experience throbbing pain in the calf. This is a positive Perthes test. If deep veins are patent, the varicosities will remain collapsed and there is no calf pain. A positive Perthes test is an absolute contraindication for ligation and stripping of the veins, and it must be routinely performed before surgery. The same test, if performed by applying an elastocrep bandage from the toes to the thigh, is the original Perthes test. Perform the multiple tourniquet test. With the patient supine, elevate the leg and empty the veins completely by milking them down. Now apply 3 rubber tourniquets. One just below the saphenous opening, second just above the knee, and third just below the knee. This divides the long saphenous vein into 4 segments, each with one constant perforator. The saphenofemoral valve above the first tourniquet, the mid-thigh perforator in adductor canal between the first and the second tourniquets, the below knee perforator between the second and tourniquets, and the ankle perforators below the third tourniquet. The tourniquets should be just tight enough to occlude only the superficial veins. Now ask the patient to stand up and observe for 15 to 20 seconds for the appearance of varicosities in each segment. A rapid appearance of a varicosity or a blowout in any of the segments indicates the incompetency of the related perforator. In the segments with competent perforators, the vein remains collapsed. Next, we will
Okay, students,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any questions? Thank you.
স্যার এই লালটা টিপে দিন, যে ফলের লালটা টিপে দিন, বন্ধ হয়ে যাবে।